There is a kind of wealth that never explains itself. It doesn't trend. It doesn't perform. It doesn't announce arrival. In fact, it does something far more strategic. It disappears. The richest people in the world don't dress to be noticed. They dress to move through the world without friction. And that's why many of the brands they wear are almost completely invisible to everyone else. These are not brands you recognize. They are brands you're meant to overlook. The first group of brands signal one thing above all else: control. These are worn by people whose lives are complex, people who manage companies, capital, and consequences. They do not dress to impress. They dress to reduce friction. Brunello Cucinelli. Brunello Cucinelli is not a fashion brand. It is a worldview expressed through fabric. Soft cashmere, muted tones, clothing designed to disappear on the body. Billionaires wear Brunello not because it looks impressive, but because it feels settled. It communicates dignity without asking for attention, restraint without apology. To the untrained eye, it looks expensive but boring. To the trained eye, it signals confidence so complete it doesn't need witnesses. Loro Piana. Loro Piana is a material taken to its logical extreme. Cashmere so fine it barely registers. Coats so light they feel unreal. This is not clothing meant to be noticed. It's clothing meant to be forgotten in the best way. The ultra-wealthy choose Loro Piana when they want nothing between themselves and the world. No stiffness, no distraction, no noise. I have nothing to prove and nowhere I need to arrive. Zegna. Zegna dresses men who make decisions under pressure. Its roots are not in fantasy, but in fabric science. Wool engineered to travel, bend, and endure. Executives choose Zegna not for style, but for reliability. Wrinkle resistance, breathability, structure without rigidity. Zegna is worn by men who cannot afford distraction. I value function over performance and power over applause. The second group isn't about wealth. It's about time. These brands signal continuity, that money did not arrive suddenly. Kiton. Kiton does not scale. Its suits are handmade in Naples at a pace that defies modern fashion economics. Each garment takes dozens of hours to complete. Families choose Kiton because it reflects how they see themselves: slow, deliberate, and uninterested in trends. Kiton is not worn to impress strangers. It's worn to be recognized by peers. My family was here before this moment and will be here after it. Cesare Attolini. Cesare Attolini is even quieter than Kiton. No marketing, no hype, no shortcuts. Its suits are known almost exclusively among tailors and those who commission bespoke clothing regularly. To most people, it looks indistinguishable from any other suit. That's intentional. If you don't recognize this, you weren't meant to. Turnbull and Asser. Turnbull and Asser does not chase relevance. It produces shirts the same way it always has, with British restraint and aristocratic continuity. The wealthy choose it not because it's fashionable, but because it feels permanent. A Turnbull and Asser shirt doesn't announce taste. It implies it. I belong to a lineage, not a moment. The third group is about protection. Not physical protection, social insulation. These brands allow the wearer to blend seamlessly into elite spaces without being examined. The Row. The Row is luxury stripped of explanation. No logos, no commentary, no trends. It is worn by people who want to be inside the room, not photographed outside it. The row communicates competence, not creativity. I don't need to be read. Velextra. Velextra makes some of the finest leather goods in the world, and almost no one recognizes them. That's the appeal. Wealthy buyers choose Velextra over Louis Vuitton when they want quality without visibility. It's a brand for people who see logos as risk. My belongings are not for public interpretation. Le Maire. Le Maire appeals to a different kind of wealth. Intellectual, international, understated. Its silhouettes are quiet. Its palette restrained. Chosen by people who value discretion and intelligence over fashion cycles. I choose clarity over noise. The final group signals something rare. Judgment. Not trend awareness, discernment. Agnona. Agnona is often overlooked, which is exactly why it works. Its cashmere and silk pieces are refined, not styled. Worn by women who don't want to perform wealth, they simply inhabit it. My taste doesn't require explanation. Jil Sander. Jil Sander, when understood properly, is about architecture, not fashion. Clean lines, intentional restraint. Chosen by people who value structure over decoration. I value design, not drama. Margaret Howell. Margaret Howell clothing looks almost ordinary until you wear it. The fit, fabric, and balance reveal themselves over time. Chosen by those who value longevity over novelty. I don't replace my wardrobe, I refine it. Luca Avitabile. Luca Avitabile is nearly unknown to the public. But among those who understand Neapolitan tailoring, the name carries weight. This is clothing for people who commission, not browse. I operate outside retail logic. Hermès. The wealthiest Hermès clients do not carry Birkin bags. They wear the coats. Hermès ready-to-wear is discreet, impeccably constructed, and rarely recognized. I don't need the symbol, I own the substance. Ralph Lauren Purple Label. Purple Label is Ralph Lauren without performance. No logos, no nostalgia play. Chosen by people who understand Ralph Lauren was never meant to be loud. I understand the original intent. You don't know these brands because you were never meant to. They don't need your recognition. They don't need mass adoption. They don't need explanation. Their power depends on remaining misunderstood. Luxury isn't about being seen. It's about being understood by the right people. And the wealthiest people in the world have learned that silence is the most expensive signal of all. The richest people don't dress to stand out. They dress to remain unbothered. And once you understand that, you begin to see luxury everywhere, even when no one else does.